Hey, this is Gatorex, and now that Detective Pikachu is finally out, we can start talking about some theories. Needless to say, this video contains major spoilers for the movie, so if you haven't seen it, please just go see it and then come back. Anyway, let me get on with the theory. During the climax of the Detective Pikachu movie, the villain, Howard Clifford, uses a neural link to place his mind inside Mewtwo, and then proceeds to use Mewtwo's powers to fuse people with Pokemon. Now, on my first viewing, I did find this odd, but for one thing, it probably wouldn't be the weirdest thing we've seen from a Mewtwo. There is also the fact that Pokemon Fusion is actually returned. It's something I've discussed before, and I'm interested to see. I mean, even as far back as the original Kanto story, we've seen Bill straight up fuse with a Pokemon through a teleportation accident. So it isn't too far-fetched for the technology to be achieved by someone actually specifically researching it. Now, what does this mean for the future of Pokemon Fusion? Well, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think that this will be something that's explored too much in future games. Even in the upcoming Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution movie, I don't believe they'll be adding much of this plot line in, as it seems like more of a shot-for-shot remake of the original Mewtwo Strikes Back. Something curious is the question of how exactly Mewtwo is able to do this. For one, in the movie, it can only be achieved by Mewtwo and is better done through the R-gas, which was made from extracting DNA from Mewtwo, so it seems as if it's linked most of all to Mewtwo's genetics. Mewtwo is an enhanced clone of Mew, and one common theory behind this cloning process of Mewtwo is that it was made utilizing gene splicing and combining Mew DNA with human DNA. That's the case in the Pokemon manga. It's not stated in the main series games or any other media, but it does make sense. And with something as complex as the manga, it fits more so to be explained there rather than in the basic games. Who knows exactly what kind of shady things were going on. So with all of that in mind, Mewtwo then serves as the bridge between the gap of humans and Pokemon, and in addition to its enhanced psychic abilities, it's able to fuse people and Pokemon. That works from a lore standpoint, but as I mentioned, I don't think we'll be seeing this pop up anytime too soon. But if we do see it again, I think that it's inevitable that this is the next step in the evolution of Pokemon. Maybe not in the main series games, but something like a spin-off game. It could be testing the waters for something even like the revival of Pokemon Burst, where human and Pokemon fusion is a common thing. It is a weird idea that just keeps popping up. Again, it being something introduced as early as the original Pokemon games. And I find it funny that it was even dumbed down in the anime where it turns out Bill's just stuck inside a suit. But no, in the actual games, it's a straight up freak accident where he becomes this Pokemon. And I did think it was really cool getting to see it in Sun and Moon with Lusamine. As I mentioned in my video 2 weeks ago, I really would have liked this to become something even greater than what it actually was. But again, it kind of feels like this is something that's brought up, introduced, and shown off before being shoved away and pushed aside for something more basic. But now that it stands front and center as the main climax for the Detective Pikachu movie, it really can't be ignored. And while there is a Detective Pikachu 2 in development, I think we're kind of done with Mewtwo in these movies. But who knows if we get something like a Mewtwo movie on its own, or again, if it's just an introduction for this concept to be brought into the rest of the Pokemon games, or again, some spin-off game or main series game, this works as a way to do it. And along with Bill's teleportation, both of these seem plausible, at least when you look at it through the lens of the world of Pokemon. But anyway, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, let me know what you think. Would you like to see more Pokemon Fusion? Is this something that we should see in the main series games, like what happened with Sun and Moon? Or is it something that should be made into a separate spin-off game? Leave a comment below and we'll continue the discussion down there. I do also want to remind you to check out my channel Gatorex Plays. It's where I'm posting gameplay videos and my podcast that happens every 2 weeks. It's really cool over there, and your guys' support always means so much. If you enjoyed the content, remember to leave a like and subscribe to show your support. You can enable notifications by clicking the bell icon next to the subscribe button. This will make sure you see each new video as it comes out, and will make you a member of the Chingling Squad. Anyway, this has been Gatorex. Have a nice day.